When building a brand, there are three key elements that you need to look at. There is the element of being seen. Some brands are built to be seen, to say, I want people to see that this is my big, beautiful shop. I want people to see that this is my product. These are my shampoos. These are my biscuits that I make. You want people to see you. Some businesses don't need to be seen. For example, men's clinic, we don't need to be seen. We need to be known. People need to know where we are. They need to know what we do. They need to know where to find us. So whenever we think of our brand, we never waste money and energy on billboards, on advertising. We don't do any of that because that's not what we need for our business. We need to be known. The third element that I've also learned when it comes to branding is consumption. Sometimes you don't want to be seen. Sometimes you don't even want to be known. You just want to be consumed. You just want people to buy. You don't care whether they know it's from you. And this usually happens with generic products or services. For example, if you are selling muchairo, you don't care if anyone knows who manufactured the muchairo. You just want them to buy. So when it comes to seen, which is S, known, K, and consumed, which is C, SKC. When it comes to SKC, you need to identify what your business needs. Sometimes your business needs one. Sometimes it needs two.
I'm going to be borrowing a lot from some of the things that she was talking about. A brand is not in a name. It is not a grand idea. It is not a logo. It is not a product. It is not packaging. Or is it advertising? So I found that very interesting because it's everything that I thought branding was. So it got me thinking, what are the tools that we can use legally to protect that? Many of us would know, and I'm still at the base, I'm still talking about the base here. Many would know a simple non-disclosure agreement. It seems like it's not anything, it has nothing to do with branding, right? But it's the most important document that you can have if you are setting up and trying to protect that brand, protect your ideas, and things like that. Some certain agreements that you can enter into, your partnership agreements, your supply agreements, your certain agreements called non-circumvention agreements. Those agreements are important. It appears as if they are not part of branding or thinking about branding, right? But all those things come together, like I said, they have to hug each other. When you start your brand, a lot of us think of, let me get a logo, get a mark, and use this mark to do A, B, C, D. When you have a mark, you can register that trademark. That's an option that you can have. And there are many vehicles that we can use to register those trademarks. So a brand, when we're talking about it legally, is not necessarily just one thing or it's a combination of things that we need to start thinking about holistically and build from there.
Today I'm going to get a little bit into more detail. Personal branding is wide, but I can still give tips on how to get to where you want to get as an individual, how to speak to people, how to sound right, how to communicate exactly what you need to do to get the desired result, and how to dress, how to look the part. This is very, very important, right? Your speech is a matter of three things. Your sound, how do you sound? Your tone and your accent. You have to be very clear about your name. What is your name? My name is Chiedza Masipi, Chiambakwi. What do I do? I am a fashion designer, I'm a tailor. But the next thing you want to add is what you offer, so that the conversation can go further. Just a few things to be mindful of about verbal communication is pronunciation. Unfortunately, we get judged. We live in a society that judges us by how we pronounce words. So you need to be able to pronounce your words correctly. Google helps a lot. Be clear. Be very, very clear when you speak. Have a lot of clarity. Do not rush. Do not mumble. What's your name? Sorry? What are you saying? Are you embarrassed about your name? Say it clearly and be confident when you're speaking. Non-verbal communication, these are gestures. I was reading a body language expert, and it was an interview with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, and he said this is probably the reason why British people do not like Meghan Markle. She uses a lot of hand gestures, her voice goes up and down, she's got a lot of tonal inflections, and for them it represents when you're talking to children. You have to you have to use a lot of gestures, and you have to use your tone varies. So to them, they find her condescending, or it's like she's looking down on them as if she's instructing little children. And these are some of the things that can also happen to you, where you actually don't know why someone doesn't like you, or a certain group of people doesn't like you. And it's those little gestures or things that you do subconsciously that you might not know. An aura is your distinctive trait or quality. This is your presence. When you walk into a room, what happens? Do you know? Do you have a presence about you, a certain atmosphere? Do you command attention? This is very important in personal branding. Before you've said anything, just you showing up at the gate, even if people don't know you, people already are forming perceptions, whether it's because of the way, in fact, you haven't said anything, so it's probably because of the way you're dressed and the way you've walked. Your aura is very important because that's what defines why a person comes back to you. We can all say the same things, all sell the same things, but at the end of the day, the number one thing that's going to sell is your aura. Your dressing is one of the first things that people notice about you before you've said anything. How you dress is very important because this could take you from here to there. This is not about being materialistic or me saying go and buy the latest trends in this and that, invest so much money in this and that. No. This is just about nailing how to look good, how to look presentable. If it is already what you have in your closet, well done. You're doing excellent. You're doing well.